melanin is popping.
I'll tell you right now, I love my melanin.
There's actually 50 shades of melanin.
Legalize it. Yeah. Melanin. They say,
hey, hey.
I said, all the girls on the block, what they say.
Hey, hey.
Ladies walking past, waving their hands. All the block, the block, the block. Ladies walking past, waving their hands. On the block, on the block. Girls walking by, what do they say?
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Girls on the block, walking by.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Women, stomp, stomp. Say women, stomp, stomp. If you a cougar, ay, ay. If you a cougar, say ay, ay. Ladies on the block, walking by, what they say? Ladies on the block, walking by, what they say? Said we breaking them ceilings, busting grounds, breaking them ceilings, bust it down. Shattering all around. Ladies on the block walking by, what they say? I said the ladies on the block walking by, what they say? Skip to my Lou, French boo, walking by, hey, hey. Draw that chalk, do some skip, throw that rock, ayy. Hula hoop, hula hoop, hula hoop. Patty cake, bake a cake, run the business. Boss what? Boss queen, boss empress, boss bitch. Boss what? Boss queen, boss empress, boss bitch.
Ladies, you the boss in here.
That was kind of cool.
Okay, our album is coming out October 24th, 2019.
Oh, snap. That's only in a couple of weeks.
And we haven't started.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Highly
Melanated.
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 Highly
Melanated.
Highly
Melanated. Highly melanated. Highly melanated. Highly melanated. Highly melanated. Highly melanated. Your brain want to say it. Highly melanated. And your brain want to say it.
Welcome back to another episode of Highly Melanated.
And ladies and gentlemen, your melanation factor has just gone up by 7.3485 bajillion quadrillion etheric metric units.
That's accurate.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Highly Melanate, where we melanate your palate and we are going to feed your starving soul. Please use the utensils, please. No fingers, no finger food. Maybe we'll see. We'll see.
Depending upon what it is, you might need your fingers.
Ooh.
Because you know we's African.
All right.
Some things need your fingers.
Come on with fufu, right? Yeah.
Take that injera bread and you grab that thing with that injera bread. Grab that thing.
As always, guys, you can take the time to follow us on every form of social media. Instagram, that is Highly Melanated Podcast. On Twitter, it's H_Melanated Pod. Email, you can use Highly Melanated Podcast at gmail.com. And the buzzing I just heard it. And as always, you can go to our website at highlymelanatedpodcast.com.
I have to say, for those of you who have been with us for a while, have you noticed that PJ stopped doing email and Twitter?
I know, for real, I got tired.
Watch is back now.
Right? Yeah, since he brought it up,
I shouldn't have said it.
Just make sure you guys email us. No, I won't do it. I'll cut that out. Yeah, we're actually going to do an actual option for highly melanated voices. So we'll give you some more information when that time comes.
Well, everybody, welcome to the Highly Melanated Manor, where we melanate your palate and we feed your soul. It is
They
I.
need to see you do this.
Jeeves.
Because your shoulders and your hair just...
It is all about posture today. It's all about posture. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to go around and I wanted to see if anybody had a toast. But first, I wanted to go over the special for today, which is Melanated Girls Rock. Hashtag Melanated Girls Rock.
Oh,
Yeah.
It is a very tasty special, as usual. But what would anybody like to give a toast? And what kind of drink would you guys like for me to bring?
I'll have a toast, please.
Sure, sir. What would you like today?
I would like to have, let me have, a young fashion.
I was going to say we don't have any hymns,
Did you
but
say a young
I
fashion?
said a young fashion.
Oh,
I have
as
to
opposed
laugh
to an old fashion.
because I heard that on a show recently,
Mm-hmm.
and they ordered a young fashion. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, I want a young fashion.
a young fashion, of course, for the youngster himself. And what is your toast, sir?
I want to give a toast since so this episode will be released on Thursday as usual, and I wanted to give a toast to the memory of my grandmother. So this day would be the 1-year anniversary since her passing, and I just want to give a toast and a shout out to the highly melanated woman of my life, my favorite lady who rocked, Ernestine Virginia Adams.
Time flies.
Shout out.
It
Shout out.
does, doesn't it?
That's right, because it was right before your birthday. Time flies.
That's kind of crazy.
Air hug. I would hug you, but there's too much equipment in front of me. But
Oh, time flies.
Here we go. Touched by
We're touching.
proximity.
oh
by
yes,
Having a
Yeah.
moment.
wait, send
like
some jokes this way.
vibranium, isn't
Send
it?
some jokes
A
that
moment.
way.
Vibranium
This is a-
vibrating to
Oh,
our
wait.
bodies. Something's happening.
I don't know. He's
He's
taking.
digging.
Oh, I was about to say.
Shea butter to the
butter.
rescue. You know what that's for?
But
That spot in between what two fingers?
The 4 and the thumb.
The what?
The forefinger.
the ash crack.
Yeah, that's right.
Crack of the finger.
Hashtag ass crack.
It is ass crack.
Hashtag
Ass crack.
ass cracking your
Crazy.
fingers.
That's hilarious.
Beautiful.
I also have a toast.
What would you like, my lady?
I would like a virgin pina colada, please.
Absolutely.
'Cause I'm feeling in the mood for
As she
coconut.
rubs
Of
the
course.
top of our crew neck.
Not to be confused for people who look at her breasts without even.
Let's not even.
Perverts.
Not even do that. My shout out goes to PJ, you know him, Christopher Richardson, the creator, producer, owner, director of Kathina's Entertainment. I want to shout him out because he is in the process of producing his first stage play that
Shout
I
out.
happen to have the fortune of having a role in. And it's very... Like, he's such a very creative person, and he works very hard, and he does a lot through this production company, and this is his first time taking on something of this caliber. So I just want to shout him out and let him know that I see how hard you're working, and I recognize that, and I'm very proud of you, and I want to invite everybody to come to the show. It's going to be on October 27th. We'll put the information in on Instagram so that way you guys can, get the link for tickets and all that if you
And
would
Twitter.
like to come. So shout out to you, Christopher Richardson.
Shout out. Shout out to Valerie's ex-boyfriend.
Toast. That too.
For those who don't get that joke, we know Chris because he was in a web series that we all did.
Yes.
And
Black
he was
Panthers.
Valerie's
Yes,
Black
that was
Panthers,
it.
yeah. And he was her ex-boyfriend
That was
that she cheated on. But,
yeah.
Well,
Well,
you know.
he wasn't my boyfriend. He was my side piece.
Well, as the Americans say, shout out.
He was boyfriend number 2.
Oh.
Okay, so now that we have all
Whether
Oh, we still can't whistle, huh?
Oh, wait. Didn't you have a deadline for that?
You are
fair.
just blowing air. Like, that's not a whistle.
You better warm that mic up.
That's basically what you're doing. Now that we have all
Warm that mic up.
wet our whistles, let's move into an appetizer in the form of our melanated senses. And as you guys all know, these are the things that we see, taste, hear, touch, and smell throughout the week that are full of melanation. Do you guys have a melanated sense that you'd like to share with the group?
I have a melanated sense that I would like to share. I know I'm always bad with what sense to choose. But it is a melanated sense of seeing and hearing. So we all heard recently that we lost the wonderful, beautiful, and great Diane Carroll.
Legend.
So she was introduced to the world she was introduced to the world on a television show, Chance of a Lifetime, but she came into the big screen when she did a supporting role in Carmen Jones, where she played the friend of Dorothy Dandridge, and then she also starred in House of Flowers. She was in Porgy and Bess. She played so many things. She has a Tony Award. She is an amazing, amazing person. She was active from 1950 to 2015. Actress, singer, fashion model, activist. And she also has a Golden Globe. But I just wanted to take a moment to acknowledge the wonderful and beautiful Diane Carroll. It's so many different things that we can name that she was in. I mean, we can talk about this forever, but I just wanted to take a moment to acknowledge her life and how impactful it was to entertainment and to the forward movement of Black people in entertainment and in the world. She was the first African American to be nominated for a Primetime Emmy Award, which is huge.
I wanted to be the first Black bitch on television. I picked up the telephone and I called my manager, Roy Gerber, and I said, do me a favor, get the word around. And for heaven's sakes, please call Aaron Spelling.
She was like, Black people, we always have to be polite, and, we can't be, we can't portray anything that's even somewhat deemed as negative. And then they showed the clip of her checking in at the I forget what.
Dynasty.
Yes, in Dynasty, where she came up to the hotel, and they're like,
villain.
she was like, yes, I'm checking in. And he was like, oh, yes, we have a junior suite for you. She was like, a junior suite? Listen here. I
would've just gave it to her just
she
because
said,
that.
I reserved a full executive suite. I don't sleep with my clothes, nor do they sleep with me. I require one room for sleeping and one room for my clothes. If you cannot accommodate me, please call another hotel in the area that will. And everybody was like, oh. And I, ooh.
And ooh.
It was amazing.
I have some melanated senses. I actually have one that touches them all. So this past weekend, I went to Comic-Con. Comic-Con. Spirit fingers. Yeah, everybody's doing it. Yes. I love it. It's one of my favorite pastimes every year to go to, because it's so exciting to watch people see some of their favorite shows, some of their favorite animes, some of their favorite video games, and then even dress up and portray in them. Sometimes aside from the cosplay, which is what it's called, you have people that go there because new material might be dropping out. So it might be a new show, it might be a new episode, so it's a very exciting time. But one of the things that I really loved was the fact that a lot of people think it's underrated, but there's a lot of Black people that are actually there who are participating, who are smelling the popcorn, who are feeling their costumes, who are talking to people who are also melanated, and then they're also doing switches. Sometimes people do gender benders, which is when you take a cosplay outfit that's typically a guy, but you change it to a girl, and then vice versa. People who are not typically, Japanese or I guess anime characters who are typically Japanese or white, they're being portrayed by people who are Black. So it was definitely a big experience. But what takes the cake is who I went with on Thursday. And I went with hers truly, my mother.
Nice. How did she like it?
Yes, and she loved it. She actually cosplayed, and she dressed up as a Star Trek commander.
Yes, which one?
It wasn't anyone in particular.
Oh, just as a Starfleet.
Just as Starfleet.
Gotcha.
But like one of her favorite characters, of course, is Aurora. Mm-hmm. So she dressed up. We went into there was like a Star Trek like event where you can go inside and you can like be quote unquote teleported to different lands and different places. Energize. And she loved it. And that was actually one of the things that we talked about was she said, oh my goodness, there's so many people. And she was like, and there's so many black people. She was just like, I just didn't realize. I was like, yeah. I was like, it's okay to be a nerd, okay? I don't have to be beat up anymore and bullied. And it's a thing because everybody's always like, that's just nerdy.
Well, this is a whole nother topic.
It is.
Like the idea of like what is the definition of a nerd these days?
Yeah, it's become so broad that people, and I hope no one's like really worried about it anymore. But people need not to worry about that.
Okay,
and just like live their lives.
your best life.
Live your lives. Go out, dress
Halloween
up as a Klingon.
ain't the only time you can dress up.
Right, dress up as a Klingon and
Okay.
and do what you got to do. Okay, take over Starfleet.
So tell us, what did you smell and taste there?
Tasted food.
Just food?
Just like regular old food. That was a part of it. And then the smell of popcorn. That was like the thing. Like that was the running theme. Like you couldn't get away from that.
I love popcorn.
And I love popcorn
And
too. And I was just like, oh, popcorn and wine at the same time?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a great
interesting.
dinner.
Okay, what's her face? What's her face?
Olivia!
There, thank you.
But
I didn't watch the show, so
I did every episode, as you were saying.
But no, it was just an amazing experience, and because we are talking about highly melanated girls rock, I wanted to shout out my mother. So
Yes.
Nicety.
Commander Regent.
Yes.
I like it. That's exciting.
Live long and prosper.
Bitches.
I don't think they say that, but let's do it.
It's not the Vulcan way.
Right? It's not the Vulcan way.
All right now. Yeah, that's the jam. All right, y'all. Well, welcome to the manor. And it's time for us to get on to the main meal. Got the table set. Mama been cooking. That's right. Sure enough. And we got us a nice roasted meal for us tonight. We got a little bit of some rosemary garlic roasted chicken. All the parts and all the bits. That's right, baby. A little bit of gravy on the side from the gizzards on the inside, if you know what I mean. And on the side, we got a little bit of roasted asparagus with some roasted sweet potatoes. And we're going to just top all of that over with a little bit of parsley. That's right. We're going to hit it up. So let's get on into it. Melanated girls rock. Treasure, baby. Woo! That's right now. So, we got a couple of categories we'd like to introduce to you, and we're going to discuss it, talk about it. And please feel free to hit us up on the gram or on the Twitter and let us know your opinions, your comments, and surely keep your mean concerns to your motherfucking self.
I'm so bad that you sound like what is it? What is it? The old school announcers from like when Tweedledee, everybody, come on now. What I want y'all to do is listen to this new Jackson 5 sound, and Wreck-It Red Robin.
Sound like you're working at the roller rink, you know?
All right, yeah.
Let's start with the highly melanated entrepreneur of the year, like somebody who, is out here breaking new ground or putting their stamp on ground that's already been broken.
I want to nominate Ava DuVernay for this. She is out here doing her what they call her thug fizzle.
Indeed.
On
now.
all of these shows, and I love like Queen Sugar. I'm a huge fan of, and still playing catch up. I know, it's just that TV is just
Shut your mouth.
It's just I'm just talking about Ava DuVernay.
Talk about you back on. You ain't caught up on Queen Sugar.
I know.
Shut your
I
mouth.
can dig it.
Oh yeah.
You know what Ava DuVernay is like to me? Like, you know how you get like somebody who's like so great and who's breaking ground and who's phenomenal, and you're like, oh my God, we haven't seen somebody like that in so long, and then you don't get another person like that for like years and years and years to come. I feel like that for us was like Shonda Rhimes, and then now right on the heels of Shonda Rhimes comes Ava DuVernay. Like we don't have that long gap in between of like waiting for the next like big groundbreaker, ground shaker kind of person. So I like that nomination.
You know, from When They See Us, like as soon as that came out and watching that over, and I watched it 3 times, and I was amazed. Yeah, I know, because I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. And then I saw a bunch of commentaries. I wanted to make sure I caught up on, saw some like things that I didn't pay attention to the first time, and then the last time it was just out of pure rage.
Mm-hmm. And then one of her highly underrated, but my favorite, A Wrinkle in Time. I watched A Wrinkle in Time about 20 times. I love that movie. That movie is so out of this world. I freaking love it.
You know,
reminds me of a dream I had before.
Not to. I don't want to be shunned in here, but I still haven't seen that, and I want to.
I haven't
so
seen
now,
it yet.
A lot of
either,
people haven't.
but I want to see it too.
A lot of people haven't.
I guess
it's
that's
really
going to
good.
be on the weekend for this week.
Look,
A
if I
Wrinkle
had
in
time.
Time.
No, it's real.
I
It's
know.
really good. Even when she did Selma was amazing.
Selma was amazing.
Scandal.
So good.
I ain't even got to talk about it because y'all know, baby, that Olivia motherfucker girl.
Right. Popcorn and wine. Popcorn and wine.
That's where I get it from. I watched that show and I couldn't stop eating popcorn and wine. It was bad. My mom was like, "That's not healthy." I was like, "Mind your business."
Right.
Give us some more popcorn.
Rude.
For me, I think I'd like to nominate for like the highly melanated entrepreneur trailblazer of the year award. Whitney White. I don't know if you guys know who she is. You might know her better as Natural 85. She's a YouTube natural hair guru. She's been in the natural hair game for years. Like she's one of like the OG YouTubers who was doing it just back in the day just to share knowledge, and now like YouTube has become this big conglomerate, you know, like money making thing, and she is profiting from it, which is as well she should. But she was doing YouTube back when it was just like, hey, I know a couple of things about hair, let me share some information kind of thing. And it wasn't about like trying to make money. And this, in the last year, she released her own hair care line, which, you know, people are doing all over the place now. You know, like you see people popping up with like natural hair care lines like every other day kind of thing. But this one specifically was inspirational to me because she's had this like in the works for years, but she took so long with it because she wanted to make sure it was just right. Like she went back to the lab like countless times, like, and she talks about all this like on her YouTube page and on the website. But I just really admire her for getting into like the hair care like industry, because I mean it's already like oversaturated like as it is, you know, but just because and a lot of people might look at that as a deterrent, like, oh, there's already so many things out there, like why am I going to add more to it? But she's adding like more to it in a meaningful way, and the name of her hair care line is Melanin. So
Nice.
That goes without saying. So I would like to nominate her for like the highly melanated entrepreneur, trailblazer, melanated girl who rock.
Yes, come
Nice.
through, Whitney White.
Yes.
For highly melanated entrepreneur of the year, I think I would give it to actually somebody that you've maybe not directly but indirectly.
Who is
dealt
you?
with.
People don't know
Blair.
who you is. Thank you.
Blair. As I look over there, damn it, we need cameras. Right. Hi. It's Serena Williams.
Yes.
I think.
Yes.
I think that I'm nominating her because I like the fact of she is known for her athleticism, but one thing that I really appreciate anybody in our highly melanated culture doing is just making sure that they just keep it funky fresh. Yes. So, with her starting her fashion line, which is called Serena. I can really appreciate her just like really getting out there and just keeping things new and doing things for, just putting out new dresses and just new denims and new blouses. None of the stuff that I can wear. I mean, well, I guess I can, but that's not the point. I don't want to wear them, but I think that it's an amazing thing. So shout out to her.
Yes, I co-sign that.
Wonderful.
Keeping it fresh
and funky.
For me, I would say Rihanna. And the reason why I would say that is Savage X Fenty fashion show on Amazon Prime. She moved to Paris. She is going to do an autobiography book, 500 pages. That was announced yesterday. She has her makeup line that is like in major stores across the U.S. and the world, which is amazing for a female black-owned makeup line to make such noise. And she is giving Victoria's Secret a run for their friggin' money. And I think that is amazing. And we are still waiting for an album.
I mean, I think
she said y'all gonna continue.
Okay, she said it was supposed to come out. I think it was supposed to come out in December. Somebody posted something about. She said, you know what? I think you're gonna wait till February.
I mean, we gonna wait because it's gonna go number one. It's gonna stay number one.
We the Navy. We good. We good.
Just so she know.
She said, y'all keep rushing me. Y'all ain't never gonna get nothing.
That's what her crew is called, the Navy.
I know. Yeah. That's why I'm saluting.
Okay.
But you know what I love the most? I mean, like even like everything. Like, all right. So since I stream my cable off of somebody else's password. Shout out to you. Thank you. I get these.
You know who you are.
You know exactly who you are. And he listens.
You the real MVP.
Oh, shout out.
You the real MVP.
Okay. You get those commercials from whatever state you're in. And in the state of Georgia, gets a lot of the Fenty, the lingerie line that she has, that's for plus size women. Savage, yeah. So It's like so beautiful. That's why she's outdoing Victor's Secret, and
that's the beauty of it, that she's catering to all sizes, because women, we come in all sizes, not just one fun-filled box. We come in all sizes, and the beauty of her makeup is that women come in all different shades and not just one fun-filled box. So it's amazing thing. And what I like about what she's doing is Rihanna is going to be her worth is going to hit $1 billion very, very soon. And she's doing it not as a couple, but she's doing it as her. Robin is out here making motherfucking waves.
And until then, she'll continue to date her billionaire boyfriend.
Okay.
Money she does not need.
Okay.
She don't need his money.
No, thank you.
Because she got her own. Bitch better have my money.
But look here, at the same time, she ain't going to have to worry about spending her own because this nigga's a billionaire.
I mean, that's the type of dude that just bought them all. Just, I want this, bottom all.
Here you go.
It's all for you. Just go in there and just
so I was hearing earlier that she's also releasing something that's like a volume book of pictures of herself, like on a real.
I'd buy it.
Nobody wants to see Kim Kardashian. We would rather see Rihanna. So,
I'd buy it. Rihanna's beautiful as hell.
Yeah, I said it.
That's nothing new.
Rihanna's beautiful.
She is gorgeous.
Not to say that if Kim released the same thing, it wouldn't sell, but I'd buy Rihanna's. Like, I'd buy it. Just give me a song with it. Yeah, just give me a theme song.
She is releasing a coffee table book with over 1,000 photos of her.
Rihanna, I don't even need a theme song. I'll hum something to it.
Ooh, what do you think her theme song would be? Right now, I think I would vote for Red Lipstick. What y'all think?
Red Lipstick.
Red Lipstick. All on the paper. Sorry, let me not go there. I'm not going to go.
If I had to pick one of her songs, it would be theme song.
Let me grab my head.
No, it's in my head. It's. Let me go to my sex playlist.
I think her theme song will be, "I'm a boss ass bitch, 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 bitch."
A song by her.
Bitch, bitch. I'm a boss ass bitch. Which is why it's her theme song.
I'm doing a song by her.
Oh, nah. I'm still sticking with boss.
Talk to me, yeah.
Actually, should be bitch better have my money.
Okay.
If that's the case.
Not
Okay.
even.
We said that before.
They have her money. It's not even
Pull
a
it up,
question.
pull it up.
Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it
It's
to
not
me.
even a question. The money is here.
Okay, so speaking of boss ass bitch, I'm just gonna jump back in there again now since you said it.
That was a segue.
Oh, right. I want to put in. I already went one way as far as with Ava. Let's go another way. Boss ass bitch. I want to nominate Issa Rae into this. Okay. And here's the reason why. Okay, here's the reason why I want to nominate Issa. To start her career from Awkward Black Girl, from a YouTube web series to what she has created now. You talking about a boss ass bitch who can say, you know what, I want Patty in the show. Let's reach out to her people. Let's reach out to all these other people and have them in my series. And when I don't know if any of you guys are not watching the Black Lady Sketch Show.
You need to get your life.
Okay, because her
I
tap
just
is
can't
everything.
get into the Black Lady Sketch Show. I tried. I watched it, and I'm just like watching it with a straight face. I mean, that's.
I mean,
guys-
2
okay,
weeks thereof.
okay, 2 weeks.
thereof. I think
Watch
the
it with
show
a
is
straight face.
amazing.
The other show. What was the other show? By a black
I
woman.
absolutely adore Black Lady Sketch Show. I mean, and here's the funny thing about it, I think, to me, is in general with sketch shows, number one, everything's not going to hit the mark from beginning to end. So there was some really, really funny ones and some ones that were okay. And then there was some, but I love it just across the board. So, yeah.
So my category is young, black, and gifted. And the reason why I said that is because I'm nominating my niece. As simple as that. Done. She won.
the baby.
Why? And
She's here.
She's here, and that's just that.
She is not 1 year old yet.
It does. She's 6 months old. That is
That's very young.
that
What's
is
her
very-
gift?
She's very black.
what's her gift?
making me be able to making me do whatever she wants.
Oh.
She hadn't even used words yet.
I know. She's all like, I'm like, okay, yes, here's my money. Throw it at her. No, but I actually, I mean, aside from that, I actually did have a young black and gifted young lady that I wanted to nominate. Aside from my niece, she doesn't beat my niece, but I definitely wanted to nominate Yara Shahidi. And the reason why is because I think that she's just doing a phenomenal job with. I think I've seen her before. I guess the whole Blackish franchise, but she's really like taken to it. She's really owned it. She's went on and had her own spinoff for Grownish. I've seen her pop up on a couple of commercials. I know that from people that are just here in the city. I know that Steven actually ran into her randomly one day.
I've worked with her before. She's so sweet.
She's such a nice person, and just from what I see, because I haven't met her, but she just has such amazing energy. So I think that I just want to. What I see for her is just continuing for her to be encouraged just to do what is right and just keep on that track. Like I don't even have anything specific, but like every time she pops up on, and I actually followed her on Instagram. Every time she pops up on Instagram, I'm more like.
Automatically.
I'm not a stalker, but But I think that she's doing an amazing job, and I think that we don't encourage our youngsters enough. So shout out to Yara.
Shout out to you.
Nice.
And your niece.
And your niece.
I was gonna let it die down first, and I was
That's
like,
okay.
and now back to Egypt.
But following that, I kind of have the similar track. So mine is my niece, Jaden, young, gifted, and black, because she is a superstar soccer player.
Nice. How old is
She's
she?
the striker. She's 12, and she's the striker. She's taller than me. She's friggin' gorgeous. She's the striker, and they win all their games. All of them. She dominates. Straight dominates. And then on a side note, for everyone who's, for those who know this person, Marsai Martin, who also plays in Blackish.
Yes,
Come through.
I mean, you can't mention one without the other.
I was waiting for somebody to be like, "Come on, bring
I
it
have
in."
to be able to mention her because, number one, she became the youngest person in Hollywood to ever produce a movie. So she beat out the category of being the youngest black person. No, she's the youngest person ever to ever produce a movie. She was the executive producer of Little, in which she starred in as well. And she's just amazing. And, you know, she's opening so many doors for other young people. She did it at the age of 13. And it's a beautiful thing. So, yeah, shout out to Marsai and Jaden, baby. Because Jaden over here knocking heads off with that
Right.
ball.
I'm going to kick you right in your head. Keep playing.
Okay.
Nice.
Pound it. For the Melanated Young Gifted and Black Award, I would like to nominate, I hope I'm not butchering her last name, but Marley Dias. She's the founder of the #1000 Black Girl Books.
Nice.
It was early last year, but basically she was 13 years old at that point, and she was really frustrated by the lack of diversity in the books that she had accessible at her school. And she went home and she was talking to her mom about it. And it was a continuous topic for her, to the point where her mom said, okay, well, what are you going to do about it? And so she started this book drive, and it's called #1000 Black Girl Books. She actually ended up being on the Forbes 30 Under 30 list last year.
Wow.
And, you know, I think it's always so important to have, like, categories like this, because, you know, we feel like there's so much that, you know, like, we need to do to, like, help our young ones so that they can have a leg up and so that they can succeed, because we think that they can't do it for themselves. But then we get young girls like this coming out the blocks doing it for themselves, saying, like, no, I got this. Like, I need something. I see a solution for it. I'm going to make this happen. And they spearhead it. They organize it. They get it going. It goes viral. Like, that's the kind of dedication and giftedness and just determination that I think ends up, like, we're the ones who are trying to motivate them, but then it ends up turning around that they motivate us. So that's my nomination for my highly melanated, young, gifted, and black.
Nice.
Nice.
So I had an idea, since you said about young keeps people motivated. The idea of highly melanated women that bridge the gap. And when I say bridge the gap, I mean from, like, millennials to, like, our generation. Well, okay, my generation.
We're
the older
millennials.
I'm not a millennial.
Oh, sorry. Well,
I am.
am.
I am 2 years out of the millennial stage, unfortunately.
Well, you just missed it.
I know, right? But for me,
Honorary.
I always think of Angela Rye. Because when she speaks, I mean, from being the leader of the Black Caucus, and then whenever she's on CNN, and just everything that she speaks of so intelligently, and she actually knows exactly what the fuck she's doing. She ain't backing
be
down.
out here coming for people's
backing down
necks.
for nobody or no one. And she's, like, on real, like, she's gonna say what it is. Okay, what you won't do is disrespect my auntie Maxie, and what you will not do is sit here and act like we are not out here flourishing and doing our things, because we know what is affecting our people. So I'm going to put her in my section where I think that she's actually helping bridge the gap between generations, teaching more people about politics and getting people more involved with the actual idea of politics and understanding it.
That's very important. Nice.
And she's making it cool, because, like, I'm not really a big political person. Like, I hate talking about politics and policy and, like, all of that. It gives me a headache. But you're absolutely right. She bridges the gap in the sense that she's somebody who I like, and this is what she talks about.
Whenever I see her,
I'm, like,
I'm
willing to, like, sit there and hear it and discuss it and be a part of it, because she bridges that gap
And
between
she teach-
something
I
I'm
mean,
not interested in, but I'm interested in her.
Here's the other thing, because there's some topics that have, like, I can't do them off the top of my head, but there's some things that whenever I watch them, and then if I know it's going to be, like, either her and you know, Donna, that's my sister, Don Lemon.
I was all like,
I love
what?
him. I knew someone. I love him. I love him.
Well, and Simone, when they are all on CNN together, and they're just
They just be going off.
It's so, like, I think they were talking about doing like a black spin-off type of situation that I really hope that they don't do, because it kind of pigeonholes us and puts us in this one little spot on CNN or any other show. I don't like the idea. That's just me. But yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about right now. Okay.
Do you want to give a category?
Okay. I have a category for, let me see.
The category is
Category is
Couple of the Year.
Ooh.
Wait, how can I get applause without me?
Because it's a good category.
Okay, I'm happy somebody loves somebody. Go ahead.
Yeah, so the Couple of the Year would go to Lena Waithe and Alana Mayo. Fix the names. I'm sorry if I'm butchering them. But no, the Couple of the Year goes to them because, number one, there was a time when it was like so taboo to be like open and a celebrity and to be walking around with your spouse. And, you know, it was like, oh, if you don't have a man on your arm, it's like, what's wrong with you? And all this bullshit. But what I like about the two of them is that one is in front of the camera, one is behind the camera, and they support each other. And it was love at first sight. And they are 100% into their careers, and they're beautiful people. I cannot wait for Lena to do, well, she did The Shy. Yes, The Shy. But I'm waiting for her to do 20s, which is going to be about her experience when she was coming up and coming out. And that was the idea from that was introduced from Master of None when they had the Thanksgiving episode. And she also won an Emmy, if I'm not mistaken, Golden Globe. She won a Golden Globe, and she was one of the first African American women to win a Golden Globe as a I think it was a writer. Damn it, I should have looked this up. But I remember her being on stage with Aziz Ansari, and it was a beautiful moment because she is 100% proud of who she is in her skin and who her spirit is in her body. And I think it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. But yes, I want to give the two of them the Couple of the Year award because they are not afraid to step out and be who they are 100% and show the world that we are who we are. And we love each other, and we're stronger together than we are apart or hiding from because of societal norms and all this crap.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
James.
And I was
Go
ahead.
I was going to say, you know what I love most about Lena Waithe? Also, besides that, she's also producing something, which shout out to Kid Fury from The Read, something in reference to, she's producing it and he's writing it about mental health. He's writing something
That's what I'm talking about.
that's about a young gay boy learning his mental health and dealing with his issues. And she's just putting it out there, and she's just being real with who she is. And I love it the most when she decided to cut her locks off. And she had made the statement that she's only kept her locks just for the comfortability of other people. And she's been wanting to cut it for so long, but she was afraid that it would come off as if she's too aggressive and people are automatically scared of black women who are lesbians who have the shortcut. And she came out, I forgot, I'm not quoting her is verbatim, but this was the point. When she finally cut him off is when she finally realized that she loved herself no matter what she was, how she looked, what she was. She wasn't concerned about how she's presenting to the world. She's worried about more what she's creating for the world.
That's so crazy that you say that, like, because even I've never heard that particular story, but even you just saying that, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, you should just be able to.
You should just be able to.
Just
but
go
we're
out
not.
I know, I understand.
No,
That's
I'm saying, yeah.
You say something like that.
But as black
like,
people,
what?
we know we should be able to do a lot of things, but we can't.
Right.
Without opposition. Like, we know that we can, but we hold ourselves from doing them because we know that we're going to get pushed back on it.
I mean, you know, because like Ellen could have the long hair. She's a lesbian as well. She had the long hair. Then she cut it. And nobody thought twice about it. Nobody got scared or anything like that. But when a black woman does it, it's a little.
She's aggressive.
You know, regardless of her being an AG or not, you know, it's just she only kept it so she would keep the level of femininity that the industry requires a woman to have. And I use that like completely air quotations.
Y'all stop being dumb out there. Like, I can't deal with y'all anymore.
And you know what's another beautiful thing about her is that she actually inked a deal with Amazon to do 3 series, and one of them she has on there is a horror called Them. So check it out, and then PJ.
Us and them.
Them.
Okay? And then
This is
PJ,
us.
remind us of what her amazing Met Gala outfit set on the cape?
Okay, so it was camp was created by black drag queens.
Okay.
All right, now
Okay.
let them know.
Because that's who actually started it. That's what camp is.
Right.
But let me just
It's a whole nother.
hold on. Get off my soapbox right now.
To piggyback on
We just piggybacking?
your nomination for Couple of the Year. As soon as you said your Couple Yushi, it made me think of just, man, I'm so in love with Janelle Monáe and Tessa Thompson being together. I think that shit is. I don't even have like any other reason to nominate them other than the fact that they just look so good together. I just love the way they look together. And that's literally the only reason. That their love is beautiful and they're so cute together. And all of that.
all
of
that
is cute.
lovey-dovey stuff.
But
yeah.
I just love the way that they look together. And like sometimes like you catch like a look, you just look at them. Look at them. They are just yes. That's my nomination.
I
And
got
that's
the
all.
juice.
That's
I like
that's
it.
literally all I got. That's why.
Remember she put her in her video?
I love the way that I know that's so superficial and there's no substance to this other than like I'm glad that they look like they're in love and that they, have love for each other and everything that you said, about being who you are and being out there and all
Yes,
of that,
with
all
no
of that
shame.
applies.
Like, but we're
all of that
here.
applies.
Excuse you.
But literally, my main reason for saying them as my nomination for a Couple of the Years just because I like the way they look together.
I like it.
And I'm just gonna throw just one extra one in here. This is gonna be off the top of my head.
Is this another category?
Yeah.
Do you have somebody for Couple of the Year before we move into another category?
Yes. Unofficial or not, Oprah and Gail.
You know what?
Look, I love the both of y'all. Y'all just keep doing what y'all doing. Don't care about what nobody else got to say.
I mean, unofficial or not.
And and that's that.
The opinions and matters that were just expressed by Chris are only shared by Chris and not affiliated with those of Highly Melanated Manor.
If you
Okay.
have any questions, comments, concerns, please email Chris at actingregent@me. What is your email address? Or Jeeves.
Stop and freaking get hate mail.
How dare you?
Whatever.
Breaking ceilings. I want to this category for the melanated woman of breaking ceilings, and that there actually it shares the platform by two different people, and I'm going to tell you why. Number one is Lizzo. We all love Lizzo. Lizzo is the woman, and she's plus size, and she's beautiful, and it took a while for her song Truth Hurts to climb, but it climbed and it stayed there. And what I like about Lizzo is she's not afraid to come on her Instagram and be in tears and be like, I had a bad day today, but it's okay because these days help me, to appreciate the good days. And she's such a real person. I mean, celebrities come out to see this woman. When she performed in Philly for Made in America, Beyonce was on the side, watching her every move. That is so dope. Rihanna, fans over this woman. Lizzo is so amazing. And then the other person that also shares this platform, in my opinion, I'd have to say is Cardi B, because Cardi B came out of nowhere. She came from somewhere, but for most people, she came out of nowhere, and she went straight to the top, and she stayed there, and first one to win the Grammy, first one to get awards in certain areas, and to stay number one, and had all top tens at the same time. And she's married, and she had her baby when they said that she couldn't have her baby, that her career was going to be over, and she's out here.
Guess what?
And her and her husband almost split, and they together, and they stronger than ever. And she's showing us that Black love is real, even if it's ghetto Black love.
And even for all the people who say she's not Black.
That's stupid, because her mama Trini, shut up. Shut up. She
Please.
is Black.
And
Shut up.
thank you.
Stop acting like that. And you know what? All y'all that feel like that, you a cockroach. How you feel about that? Cardi said, y'all cockroaches, I'm Black, and I'm calling you cockroaches. Cockroaches. Ooh. Now say something.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did it.
But no, I mean, come on. Don't tell me y'all didn't go out to see Hustlers because y'all thought Cardi was going to be on it. And when y'all got there, y'all was like, damn, she was only in there for 2 seconds. But you went to see her ass, didn't you? You went to see Lizzo, didn't you? And her and Lizzo was in it for 2 seconds. But you sure did take your ass out to see it, didn't you? And you still listen to Invasion of Privacy. And you still listen to, what's the joint that took her over the top? Oh, my God. I got so many songs in her head. Songs in my head. What's the song?
Bodak Yellow?
Yes.
Is that it?
That's the one.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one that took her career over the top. And she the only one that I ever seen that say she popped off and really popped off. Like, chick was talking trash and she popped off on the chick. And the chick was like, I'm just going to stand in the corner. So don't act like your fade wasn't in the corner when Cardi was popping the fuck off.
At the chick that became chicken.
And y'all was talking about, oh, her career is over. And nope.
Boom, boom.
Boop, boop.
All right, I'm gonna throw one more. I'm gonna throw this last one in there, and I think this because yeah. So I'm gonna throw this last one in there. And this I'm gonna name this after actually her debut book. So this is the highly melanated. Highly melanated redefining realness, and that would actually go out to Janet Mock. For the actual show of Real Black Girls Rock on BET, there was a lot of issues that was going on, and they got a lot of slack because they did not include trans women in this in that show, and trans women has Janet Mock herself, the executive producer or co-producer of Pose, and I don't know who hasn't watched Pose, and I understand maybe Middle America
if you haven't, you a cockroach.
Cockroach.
A cockroach.
But she is Janet Mock herself. Just I appreciate what she's actually brought to the community, LGBTQ plus Alphabet City community. Don't worry, I'm taking that out.
That shit was so funny. I'm like, yes, it's exactly that.
All of those letters, all of us.
No.
But what she has actually brought to the community has meant a lot to a lot of us. And she, in my mind, is the epitome of someone who knows what they want, regardless of whatever other people say, and goes after it, and who cares less about notoriety and more about representation. Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad that you mentioned like the LGBTQI
BB 2Q
triangle triangle left right.
And if you don't know what that means, use a cucaracha cockroach.
Because
all of us
when I was looking
not
up
cockroaches. Sorry,
it's all right. When I was looking up some information, just like I had my own opinion in terms of who would fit like some of these categories in advance, but then I said, I wonder like what pops up if I just Google. And going through famous black women, one of the people that actually popped up was Laverne Cox. Mm-hmm. So I was all like, oh, that's an interesting, little topic to talk about. So I'm nominating Laverne Cox. How do we feel about that?
Oh, they can be up there.
I feel like it's right on trend.
Put her up there and give her a star.
I thought kind of like the culmination of what you were saying just now was like you said that you Googled, Black Girls Who Rock, and the fact that Laverne Cox came up in that Google shows you that,
I was like, that's amazing.
I mean, like, it's exactly what it should be. But the fact that we are able to, there's two sides of it to me. There's the part of us the side of us who's just like, yeah, good. That's how it should be. It should be in there. Yeah, and that, yes. And then there's the other side where, should we not even be like fazed by that? Like, should we be at the point where that's not even like surprising that that's in there, or not surprising, but reassuring that that's in there? Because like we get to a point, and we're not there yet as a society, but like we're making our way to a point where that kind of stuff isn't surprising. Like, yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. 1 + 1 = 2. Mm-hmm. Why are you surprised? Right. Kind of thing, And I want us to continue to progress to that point where we don't have to like throw this huge celebration of the fact that people are doing what you're supposed to be doing in the first place.
I just want to drop this one last one. Melanated Cougar. of the Cougars of the year because Halle Berry, Angela Bassett, they all just fall right in line. Maya, they just all fall right in line. I just had to say that.
Oh, my
because
God.
Black Don't Crack and Cicely Tyson is in that category. I don't give a fuck what you say.
Oh my God! How can I forget? Oh, the highly melanated auntie award. Oh my God! Like,
Now, I think collectively we might all have the same person in mind for this. At least I hope we do.
who do you have? Let's say. Who would you put
Right.
in?
Hey,
I
Auntie.
don't know who y'all have.
How you gonna say that?
Because I want to see if I'm right.
Hey, Auntie.
I mean, Auntie Angela is who I have,
Oh, okay.
as well as I have a few. I just
Right.
it's like every
Well, I
last
have one-
one
Who
of
are
them.
your aunties?
Auntie Michelle.
Auntie Michelle.
I have Auntie Loretta.
Yes,
Auntie
Auntie Loretta
Loretta.
Devine.
You know,
Auntie Loretta.
Auntie Jennifer.
Jennifer.
That's
you know.
who I had in
Auntie
mind.
Jennifer.
That's
Auntie
mother.
Jennifer Lewis.
Yes.
Okay.
Auntie.
Oh, I
Sorry,
wish
she
she was-
auntie to
I
me.
wish she was-
What is the other? Oh man,
Didn't people teach you it's not right to snap in people's faces
it wasn't.
or look
Shut
at their
up.
boobs?
Shut up.
Auntie
Oh,
Oprah,
no,
even
no.
though she don't want to be
That's
called
not
Auntie,
going
you
anywhere.
still Auntie. Auntie Oprah. Even though she don't want to be called Auntie,
Who are
she's
you
still
And
thinking?
neither's Ava. Yeah.
y'all's aunties.
That's my big cousin.
She was on the latest
Who?
episode of Blackish.
Ava.
She big.
That's my big cousin.
The latest
Tracy's
episode.
an auntie. Actually, Tracy's a cougar.
Tracy's
a cougar.
my older sister.
Tracy a cougar. Tracy a cougar. She be over there doing stuff on that.
Every beautiful black woman on television, out there in general, not even just television, movies, music, on stage,
Politics.
everything, just use my
the
aunts.
limelight.
I got so many aunties. There are
Taraji,
so many
my
highly
auntie.
melanated aunties
Okay.
out there. Can't
My
pick just
auntie. I miss you.
All of y'all.
All
when
of
y'all
y'all.
coming to the family cookout. Speaking of the family cookout, it's time for dessert.
Okay.
It's time for some dessert. What melanated dessert goes with our category for today?
no chocolate, no brownies.
No chocolate, no brownies.
For him only.
No chocolate, no brownies.
I'm just jiving.
I'm just trying to think. Okay, you know what? Since we at an awards show, let's get a little fancy with it. Along with your final thoughts, what gelato would you like this evening? Gelato is Italian ice cream.
All right, so I'll start this one off, and I'll start this off with gelato caramel brulee
Ooh.
with a little bit of double stuffed Oreo cookie crunch on top, and
You saw my eyes, right?
Yes. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, with the gummy bear too inside. And my final thought is when the idea came to actually have this conversation, it was after. I mean, it wasn't after, but it was something that we were going to do prior, and we didn't record for a minute. And it was just the idea of after watching Black Girls Rock, and then we need to learn how to give our women the backbone of every black man. Their roses now, and appreciate them for who they are, and let them know that we don't just appreciate them on one night, but we really appreciate them on all levels and everything. So you are the rock of my world, regardless of whether or not I choose to get in bed with you. 'Cause I don't. I think we made that known. Yeah, I'm not cutting that out. But it's every black woman in my life I've appreciated to the fullest extent that I can possibly try, and I just wish that we would all just learn to do that across the board.
True.
All right, now I'm gonna eat my gummy that's inside of my gelato.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually
Cold and hard now.
and full of CBD.
Oh.
All right now.
What? I think that I will have some Talenti ice cream, in particular pecan butternut pecan.
Pecan?
Pecan. I said what I said. And I think I guess my final thought is people out there just continue to just strive and reach, because I don't think that we often realize how much that we watch or we're being watched. In particular, and I bring this kind of full circle back to my mother. I was not going to cosplay this year. She didn't tell me that she was actually going to go through with her cosplay. And, it was just, I've been busy, I've been busy running around, so I just didn't get the time to actually do what I needed to do, or so I thought. Here she came in a full Star Trek uniform, and I'm all like, God damn it. I was like, now I have to drop my album, because everybody's like looking at her like she's super cool. But yeah, no, and that really inspired me to just like step up my game and just always make sure that I am not being, for a lesser use of words, a basic bitch. So, shout out to all the women out there just really doing it up and just really pushing, whether it be people around them or their family, just to just be their best and better selves. So thank you.
Nice. I think I will actually have a champagne cheesecake gelato.
Yes.
And my final thought would be this. If you feel insignificant, you better think again. Wake up, because you're part of something way bigger. Not just a speck in the universe, or not just some Bible words. You are the living word, and you're part of something way bigger. Understand the truth about the question that's in your soul. Look up and don't look down, but also look within and watch the answers unfold. Life is your birthright. They hit that in the fine print. So just take the pen, grab your book, and rewrite it. Step out of your estimate of what they thought you were supposed to be, and step in your essence of who you are, and know that you're excellent. Beyonce lyrics from Bigger,
way bigger.
written by not her, but it is from the Lion King album, and it has a very good message. And it's a very inspirational song, because it's real, it's for us, and it's by us. And just know that you're part of something way bigger, and we can break those ceilings that they impose upon us, because we've already broken them. We've already been past these levels, and they set us in boundaries and traps to try to keep us down, but we can't, because we shine too bright, because if it's in our DNA, it's written, it's in the stars, it's in the sky. We are the universe. And just continue. As Black women, we hold the world on our shoulders, because that's just who we are. We do it for our loved ones. We do it because we are the gelatin that keeps everything together. Ashe, amen. Namaste.
For my dessert, I would like mango flavored gelato. For some reason, I like, when it comes to like gelato and like Italian desserts, I tend to gravitate towards more fruity than chocolatey or anything else. So I'd like some mango gelato. And for my final thought, I'm going to piggyback again. And it's basically piggybacking off of what PJ was saying, in the fact that we have to appreciate people while we have them. And we do so much to honor people, like when they're not here, and celebrate their accolades, and let them know that we see them and what they've done for us, and how much we're going to miss them now that they're not here anymore. But we need to do more of letting people know all of these things while we still have them here. And it doesn't necessarily mean you have to throw a big award show or anything like that, but literally the women and the men in your lives, the people that you interact with every day, just take a moment to tell them how much they mean to you and what they've done for you, and just the appreciation that you have for them, because it matters and makes a difference, and it's important. And especially as Black women, we oftentimes do not get the love and the appreciation and the value that we so richly deserve. And part of that is because we don't do it because we're looking for accolades. We just do it because it needs to be done. But I appreciate being able to have this episode today because it's just an opportunity to shout out all of these wonderful and glorious women who are changing the world and changing the way that we see the world and changing the way that we're able to operate in the world.
You know what that reminds me of? The two of you mentioning people getting their flowers while they still can receive them is on Pose. If you haven't watched it, you're a cockroach. But when Candy passed away and everybody was like, oh, I miss Candy, I love Candy. But when she was alive,
talking to Candy when she was here.
But when she was alive, everybody was like putting Candy down, you know, and it was like a whole big thing. I mean, your girl wanted to do a lip sync, you know, category, and it was shot down. But when she died, the lip sync category came out, knowing that she would have slayed that whole thing. You know what I'm saying? So I agree. You know, I think that, you know, show people their appreciation while they're still here.
All right, guys. So we're on that note. We thank you for coming to another episode of Highly Melanated, where we melanate your palate and feature soul. As always, you can follow us on all social media platforms. That would be Instagram, Highly Melanated Podcast @gmail.com. Wait, what the fuck? Because she's like, the people are here. That would be, you can follow us on all social media platforms. That would be Instagram, Highly Melanated Podcast. You can follow us on Twitter at H_Melanated Pod. You can email us any questions, comments, and concerns, suggestions, whatever it is that you want to say. If you want to give a shout out, if you want to do whatever it is that you want to get heard on the radio, get seen, get heard, get seen, get heard, get seen, get heard. Just send us an email.
15 minutes of fame, baby.
I mean, we all get it. Sexy. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. That is Highly Melanated Podcast @gmail.com. And yeah, so on that note, peace, love.
Melanated girls rock.
Black girl magic, magic, magic.
You my auntie, you my auntie, you my auntie.
This is why I rock.
You my auntie.
That's not
you my
copyrighted.
auntie.
Everybody is the auntie.
Is that copyrighted?
I
Because
don't
if it is,
know.
sorry.